Good morning. Today is a Monday. I usually use Mondays to sort of ease into the week. I still work a full work day, but I usually start out by planning what I'm going to do this week and do some sort of like less mentally or physically demanding tasks of my job. So then I have more energy to, you know, make it to Friday. So it seems a little weird to start making my lunch while I am enjoying my breakfast, but I figured while I'm in the kitchen, I might as well multitask. I actually have a pretty busy week, so I thought it would be a good idea to sort of batch cook a lunch so I can just enjoy it throughout the week and make it easier. So we're going to be making some brothy beans. It's just like a trendy name. I think it started with some recipe on Bon Appetit. It's basically like dry beans that you cooked, but I've seen a lot of recipes do this with white beans. I actually don't have white beans, and I have a giant bag of kidney beans that I haven't been eating. I was like, well, let's try that with these today. So this recipe comes together on the stovetop, but because the beans are dry, it obviously takes a lot longer to cook, though I suppose you could simmer canned beans if you wanted to go that route, but I already soaked my beans, my dry beans, in water overnight. And then we're gonna add some aromatics and sort of just wing it and see how it ends up. I'm going to be cooking my beans in my trusty Misen Dutch oven, who is also the sponsor of this video. I love this. I have used this year round. I think when a lot of people think of Dutch ovens, they think of soup in the winter time or bread, but they're definitely a lot more versatile, though I will say the chocolate bread that I made in my last video was really good and I would highly recommend it. But you can also use it year round to make beans or soup in the summer if that's your vibe, which it is my vibe. The thing I love about this pan though is not only is it really high quality, it comes with two lids. So there's a silicone lid that you can use on the stove or if you just want to cover it temporarily, but it also comes with a cast iron lid which you would use in the oven, but the cast iron lid has a grill pan on it too. So after I make my brothy beans, I'm actually gonna use this to make my meal even more delicious. So not only does this baby look good, it comes in a bunch of other fun colors too if you're more festive than me, but it also comes at a really great price. So you get the great quality as the other competitive Dutch ovens on the market, but you're paying like half the cost of the premium Dutch ovens. Plus, because I'm partnered with Misen, I have an extra discount code for you. So you can use my code from my bowl to get an extra 20% off site-wide, including this Dutch oven, plus free shipping on orders over $75. So I'll have the link in the description of this video if you want to check it out. They ship to Canada as well. So if you're looking for a good Dutch oven, it's like a kitchen pot staple. Check out Misen. So back to our recipe. I looked at a recipe online for some white beans, and basically you just like saute some aromatics in olive oil, add your beans and simmer. I'm going to add some carrots to mine because I feel like they would add a nice sweetness and they'll cook down and get nice and tender with the broth too, and it's just like an extra veggie to enjoy later. So we're gonna start out by warming a 1/4 cup of olive oil in our Dutch oven. You know, no, I'm not one to normally say the beans smell amazing, but these beans smell pretty amazing. It's like perfectly cozy, hearty. Let's get some of the bread. It's been off and on raining, but I figured I would take a nice little stroll outside and show you our garden progress. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. Look who it is. Hello. Hello. They don't even want to play with me. So here is a brief overview. We did plant some starts and some seeds, so I'll quickly walk you through each bed. And here we have some Walla Walla onions, broccoli, cabbage, and kale. Snap peas go along this arch. These are our strawberries from last year. These will be tomatoes and zucchini, I believe. This is going to be green beans. I did plant the seeds for these. Maybe some eggplant. This will be more tomatoes. That's some chamomile from last year. We have green beans growing on these arches. This will also be tomatoes, and this will be tomatoes. As you can tell, we're going to be growing a lot of tomatoes. And then over here, more green beans. These are some seeds of some watermelon radishes. They went ahead and started to sprout. And then here we have some lettuce. It's not looking the best because the rain has been pounding on it, but I think it will be okay in the end. And then here I planted seeds. We've got some carrots. This is an onion border. And then this is split between beets and fennel. I did go ahead and get the starts for tomatoes, both cherry and the full ones, and some tomatillos, but I'm not planting them just yet because we still need to cover them at night. So I'm actually keeping them inside, and then I'll adapt them to the cold weather once it starts to get a little bit warmer. Greetings from my studio. I just finished filming something. I had a lot of computer work this morning and afternoon, but then I just whipped this up and shot it for the blog, and we're gonna eat it for dinner. I've been working on some easy vegan sheet pan meals. So this is like a veggie and tofu fajitas. Most of it's here, but then this was my final shot for the blog. I put it in some tacos. So now I'm just gonna quickly pop this back in the oven to reheat it, and then we're gonna eat it for dinner. I'm going to be spending the rest of my evening reading my book and drinking some tea. So I think that is the end of this video. Thanks again to Misen for sponsoring this video. If you want to get 20% off of your order, plus free shipping over $75, just use my code FROMABLE. The link is in the description, don't forget. And yeah, I started The Assassin's Blade, by the way. I'm on book 3. Well, it's not book 3, but I'm supposed to read this one next, apparently. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.